It's really hard to date and not get hurt if you're not dating to get married.
Come on.
True.
The hilarious part is how I met him.
Oh,
can I
how
tell
did
that
you meet
story?
him?
Can I tell that story?
Please.
Yeah, she showed me his Instagram, and I was actually like, eh.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
It's because I'm tired of you goobers who say it's impossible.
Ruslan.
I'm gonna highlight different stories of the couple dozen couples I've known that have gotten married in the last 5 years, probably a dozen in the last year. And so without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we have some friends of mine, Elijah and K-How. Say hello to the people.
What's up, guys?
There we go.
What's going on?
Introduce you guys yourself really quick for those of you guys, because most folks don't know who you are,
Yeah.
but introduce yourself.
My name is Elijah Burgess. I am 21 years old, living out here in San Diego, California.
Okay. And what's your Instagram status, height, location? Do you have any kids?
No kids.
Okay.
No kids and none on the way,
Praise God.
as I know of.
Not yet.
I am 6 foot, 6.5 feet on a good day. What's my Instagram?
Elijah Burgers.
Elijah Burgers. Elijah Burgers is my Instagram.
There you go.
Yeah. And who's this?
K-How Burgess. Instagram is K-How Burgers.
Is it really burgers?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Last name is Burgess, but Instagram is Burgers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Born and raised here in San Diego. Never moved. 21 as well.
Come on.
5'5". Rocking the average on the height.
Hey, 5'5", let's go.
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Okay. How did you guys? I need you guys to tell them how you guys met,
Okay.
and I'm gonna fix something so that I'm not looking off camera when we're
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
So tell the people here, how did you guys meet?
Okay, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of weird. It was not normal. It was not normal. I moved over here to California like mid-COVID, 2020. Mid-lockdown, moved over here to California from Honolulu, Hawaii. It was hard to find a job. Could not find a job, but I was working at Chick-fil-A. I think I worked at Chick-fil-A for 2 months, 3 months max, and then I was out of there. Love Chick-fil-A. But I worked there for 2 months, 3 months, and while I was working there, the
My sister
general
was the general
manager
manager.
was her sister. She
I
was
worked
not.
there for like 2 years, but that was like during high school.
Aha. So this is after you
So
worked there.
yeah, but she did the older sister thing, dropped the name. worked
She
her-
scanned the Instagram. She
Yeah,
stalked.
she knew like everything about it because she hired him.
Mm-hmm.
So she had all the info.
She did the background check.
All the info. Yeah, she showed me his Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and I was actually like, eh.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
She hit you at the man.
Yeah, she did.
You didn't know that till
I didn't know
later.
that till later. I just found that out. But
She like was dropping things. I was like, yeah, no,
Mhm.
wasn't really looking for anyone to date.
mhm.
Both of our parents are pastors, so his dad, they had moved over here separate from him moving over here,
Mhm.
and our moms kind of connected,
You're
and
crazy. Yeah.
our families are big, so we met up at the beach, and
There's 5 brothers total,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
and then
I have
she's
7
got
sis-
7 sisters total.
well, 6 sisters, 7 total. Yeah.
So then our families
Girls.
ended up getting together,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's when I met you. It's like, what's up?
Just randomly got together?
My
Our
mom
moms-
reached out as like fellow like
Crazy.
pastors' wives. Like we'd like to like just welcome you to California.
That's really cool.
And, yeah.
And
And
how
then-
long ago is this?
This was like
2020.
this is 2020.
Respect.
Yeah.
So it wasn't on some like Makana knew him and
What
it was random. It was off that.
I kind of heard about you going into the meeting,
Yeah.
and then we hung out after. It was it is a very odd situation.
Yeah, it is very odd.
Yeah.
Going at a meeting.
Sounds like an arranged marriage.
Yeah.
Basically, while we
All the
had
parents were on
arranged
board.
marriage.
The hilarious part is how I met him.
Oh,
Can I
how
tell
did
that
you meet
story?
him?
Can I tell that story?
Please.
So I'm at the gym. Me and Daniel Golding, one of my best friends.
My guy was pumped.
We're at the gym. This is around 2020. It was still lockdown and Crunch had just reopened.
Yeah.
So we're hanging
Yeah.
out and you walk over and we're kind of talking to you and we kind of see this
Because I've
gentleman.
known Daniel and Rue for I don't know how many
decades.
years.
I've known
Yeah.
you since you were like a kid,
Yeah, little.
like a little baby.
Yeah.
You come, you hang out, you talk to us, and he's just kind of lingering and she doesn't introduce you.
Oh
Because
no! I was like, who are you
because
talking
you
to?
and
She's
Daniel
like,
are the type of people who are like ask all the questions.
Oh, yeah.
And I did not want to have that conversation in the gym.
But
We
do you
were-
remember when I was there by myself?
Yes. Yes. And so then like a week later, you came up and introduced yourself and we're
Yeah.
like, yo, I watched the channel, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's crazy. And then I was like, oh, this is a great. I mean, your dad's great, you know. And so, and then I found out who you were because you have, your dad's a pastor and that whole thing. So I was like, oh wow, this is really cool. So I thought that was hilarious that you did not introduce him initially.
Yeah, I know.
But
Yeah,
then
you
we
did
met.
not.
Yeah, I'm never gonna live it down, but I don't regret it one bit.
So you guys meet in 2020.
2020.
When did you start
Yeah.
dating officially?
When
We
is-
met 2020 in the summer, and we didn't start dating till April of 21.
April of 21, so a full year.
Yeah.
And you were just kind of
basically.
friends then, hanging out.
Not really.
we hung out. So we hung out in groups before. Then her and I we both got super busy. I started up an internship. I started up school online. I ended up moving a little bit, and then you had just started your position.
Yeah, at the church. So I just needed community, and I'm such an introvert. So I would never do this, but I was in like such desperate need. So I actually went to the church that he was interning at.
Exactly. But we were both like just busy.
What
kinda-
church were you interning at?
Daybreak.
Daybreak, okay.
Yeah.
So you're interning, you just looking for some community,
Yeah, so I just went to the young adults.
and you pulled up to the young adults.
And I saw her there, and I was like, damn.
And it's after your guys' families had hung out, and you kind of
Yeah.
knew
This
who
is a
each
year
other-
later.
A year later,
Yeah.
respect.
And I
Okay.
saw her, and I was like, crazy. And she
Uh-huh.
was with one of my friends I knew. I thought they were dating. I was like, dang.
Respect, but they weren't.
But
No.
then it was but it was right after that.
Yeah.
We started hanging out.
Yeah.
You were hanging out with. We
They were
got
just
into
a
like
group
a
of us.
friend
We were just
group.
hanging out.
We were just hanging out.
Yeah.
And then she is an absolutely amazing worship leader.
She really is. Hey, you may not know I make music, but I have a brand new song that just came out. Here's a quick preview.
I went from being a porn addict to sharing the gospel with a porn actress who was criticized for being low status by the same OnlyFans who treat us so lavish. I'm confused.
I swear y'all thought he did doing podcasts, hot takes. He still can rap.
Now, this is my first song that I've released in over a year, so I need you to go to Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you consume music and stream Too Soon right now. Add it to your favorite playlist, share it with a friend. So hit the link in the description or go to RuslanToTheMoon.com to stream Too Soon now. I'll see you over there.
Oh, they got me with the dramatics. You knew that a moment cannot be
Well, we were all hanging out as friends. I did not know she led worship. I didn't know. And then
And that's when she stole your heart.
well, yeah, because
Quite
they had a worship night at the church,
Uh-huh.
and I pulled up, and she was up there, and she was going for it, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna marry her.
You thought that to yourself.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
And was there
Yeah.
any interest at that
100%.
point? Was there any
oh,
interest at that
100%.
point? Okay, so there was some interest. You guys are
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
Okay, respect. Okay.
yeah,
You didn't tell her that though initially.
no,
Okay, respect. See,
No.
that's wisdom right there, gentlemen. If you feel like you're gonna marry a girl, or you feel like God told you
I
that's
did
your
not
wife,
pull the God told me card. I
don't
did
do
not.
that. That'll
I
freak
think,
them out.
yeah, sometimes it can be creepy, but I definitely had like our family runs in like prophetic, so there were definitely things that happened that I definitely did not tell him because I didn't want it to come off creepy, and I wasn't gonna like speak quickly or whatever. So
You know what that is though? That's restraint, which is the characteristic of a mature believer.
100%.
Because you might feel something in your spirit, but you're gonna go, no, that's not for him yet.
yeah, I told him after, but that was like way after were established. And he was like, what?
So you guys start officially dating April 2021, and then when do you guys get engaged?
February of the next year.
Yeah,
So this year.
So
Yeah.
this year.
yeah,
Feels
yeah,
like a long time.
yeah. That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, this year.
Yeah.
So we were dating for a little under a year, but we started talking about getting married probably the end of 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so when did you guys get married?
July of this year.
So you guys are brand
Yeah.
new.
Oh yeah,
newlyweds.
literally just married.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm sharing this with you guys. Can you guess why? It's because I'm tired of you goobers who say it's impossible to meet someone, who say you can't meet someone, who say there's no good women out there, there's no good men out there, okay? Just not looking in the right places. You're probably not in a local church. You're probably not going to any type of community. And we could talk about like the testament of your guys' family and like I think what's
Yeah.
generationally happening here.
Yeah.
Right? But I want to hear from your guys' perspective. I know you guys aren't relationship experts,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
I'm
But
fresh in there.
but when you hear from your single friends about stuff like oh, you're just so lucky, or you just don't know how hard it is, or there's no more good men out there. There's no more good women out there, right? What is your guys' impression of that?
Growing up, I don't know. I just have always I was never really one to just date around. So I think that kind of formed how I went into relationships, especially with him. It's really hard to date and not get hurt if you're not dating to get married.
Come on.
True.
So
True.
it can end in a healthy manner if you end up breaking up or whatever it is, but you can still get hurt. And I just wasn't in that space to date to get hurt. And I think knowing that we were kind of in the same spot was really crucial to establishing our relationship. So yeah, getting yourself, even if it's not at your church, you may be in your church and there's literally no one.
And for you, that was kind of
the case. So
you went to another church as young adult?
And not necessarily to find a husband, but I went for community, and I just happened to be in another circle of community. And some people, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people just get stagnant in their community and just stay, and then they're like, what's happening? But they're not putting themselves out there in the right community. Obviously, you're not going to nightclubs, and you're not calling that community. But
yeah.
Looking for love in the wrong places.
Yeah.
And avoiding the right places, or just being lazy about going to.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm single, but there's no real single people at my church. So
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah. Or just being a healthy, stable, functioning human that needs friends and saying, I'm gonna go seek this out.
Yeah, which is what was happening with me. I just needed.
You needed friends and you got a husband.
Come on. Yeah, I think our situation, we were talking about this when we're talking with our friends, because we've got a lot of friends in all different age groups.
Yeah.
All different age groups, all different walks of life, who are either perfectly fine in their singleness, or it's been a long time and they're waiting to. And her and I were even talking. It's a hard thing to replicate, but for us, her and I, when we got together, we were just both in the place of we're not looking to casually date. The next person that we do date, we plan on getting to know better so we can get married. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Almost courting, basically.
Yeah.
Did that feel weird at the time, or did that feel like wisdom?
It definitely felt like wisdom.
Oh, yeah.
Especially from we've talked about what each of us have gone through with other relationships, and it felt right for us. Maybe not for other people, but it felt right for us. And we just used our discernment to, if it wasn't something we were supposed to enter into, then it wasn't. So yeah.
Totally.
And we were both equally yoked. If you're not equally yoked, it's usually not going to work.
Well, that's the whole thing right there.
Yeah. Someone said, seek first is a kingdom and righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well.
Matthew 6:33.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, this clip is from our daily after party stream. If you enjoyed it, consider signing up for our Patreon community for only $5 a month, where you get access to the replays of our daily after party streams, as well as the uncut extended versions of our podcast, Discord access that's private, and a discount code for our merch store, only $5 a month. And ultimately, it's the best way to help us contextualize the gospel of Jesus using media, podcasting, and of course, YouTube. The link for that is in the description or in the pinned comment. The perks are amazing. You should get on there. It's only $5 a month. I'll see you over there, all right? Peace.